Hey, my name is Michael. You're welcome back to Project Management Demystified. Right, so I think this is episode 10 of our hypothetical project on improving the NHS waiting period. So I think in the last video, we tried to bring the different options to life a little bit so that people start imagining the solution that's been proposed. So I think what I want to do now is to put on my business analyst hat. So I would assume that a senior stakeholder, project manager, or whoever has given just said, "Hey, could you have a look at these options and give us an idea of help us make sense of the feasibility of the option." If you've done business analysis or project management certifications, you could, or even change management certifications, you could have things like feasibility studies or requirements elicitation or planning business analysis approach. So those things come to play, but they don't necessarily follow a specific order. So for me as a business analyst to do the work, it might not necessarily come as a formal request. It could come as a form. So if there's a PMO where resources, skills are being pulled from, a request will come for the request to could say they need a business analyst. But otherwise, you could just be told verbally that, oh, there are three options that Deloitte or Accenture has just sent to us. Can you have a look and see how feasible these options are? So maybe the head of department want to break that down, want to be able to answer questions that will be asked by maybe CEO, for instance. So what I'll do as a business analyst, I take the options, I get an idea of what the options mean, and I can go and speak to people one-on-one. So you can speak to senior heads of departments, managers, and it would also be useful to speak to the people actually doing the work. One of the mistakes that we make sometimes is that we feel that managers should be able to answer questions. Yes, managers can answer questions, but there are some nuances, some value that you will get from the people doing the work. So maybe the medical director, for instance, will be, at least you have a very good understanding of what's going on in that department. But when you speak to a GP or someone that works in accident and emergency, they might have a slightly more deeper level of detail compared to what the medical director will experience day to day. So if possible, you can even ask to observe. So just observe them 30 minutes, 1 hour, just see what they do. What that does is you are coming fresh. You don't work in that environment. You're a business analyst. And I said in my last video that business analysts are objective. So you're seeing things from a different perspective. And then you can take note of some of those things, and then it would help in decision making. It would help in what you would be documenting later. So you've spoken with heads of departments, medical director, and then you're speaking with the people actually doing the do. So you're doing requirements elicitation, you're doing planning, business analysis approach, you're doing so many things in that little conversation. So but again, just going into a little bit level of detail. So to be able to observe, you might need permission. So you wouldn't just want to go there and just start observing. You'll need to look into people's diaries, know when they are available. You can put in meetings, and people who are not able to attend, you cancel and reschedule. These things seem like things that might not necessarily add value, but I tell you, if you're given a task to do something in 2 weeks, and then you're putting the meetings with the people you need to speak to and they are not available, then 2 weeks could turn to 1 month, could turn to 3 months, and you're getting charged daily. So that means that a project of 6 months or 2 years could run overrun for up to a number of months, and the longer the project, the longer the money is being spent, and that's not what we want to achieve. So you don't want to spend money just because the project is extending peak, because people are not available to have conversations, to provide their inputs into the work that we're doing. I hope that makes sense. Maybe I'll just stop there for today, and I'll see you on the other side. Cheers. Bye bye.